Hi, I'm Jane and welcome to Radiant Heart Yoga. This video is all about the piriformis muscle. So the piriformis muscle is a flat band of muscle that runs through the glutes, and the sciatic nerve either runs under it or through it. And if anyone who's had sciatica, which I haven't had sciatica, but will know just how debilitating it is and painful it is. And even if you've not suffered from sciatica, this is a really important muscle to look after so that you're not going to suffer from that in the future. And we're going to use quite a few poses that I can do now that take the leg across the midline and stretch out this to oppose the action of this muscle. But then we're also going to do some pigeon variations, which are a really deep hip opening that also get really deep into this muscle. So you might need a brick if you're tight in the hamstrings, or you know that this is a tight area for you. So we're going to start lying down on our backs. And if you want to take a few minutes first, just to really relax yourself in a little mini Shavasana, you can do that. And just let the remnants of your day or anything that's happened to you just settle and diminish before you begin. But otherwise, you're going to bring your right knee in towards your chest and you're going to pull it in. And then you're going to take hold of this right leg with your left hand and you're going to press it over to the left and just keep this right hip anchored down. And then place your right foot over to the side of this left leg and then again pull the leg across, pushing your foot and your hip into the floor. So you're just going to start to stretch a little bit into that leg, and then from here you're going to keep this right leg crossed over the left and bring your knees in, and then take your arms out to support your shoulders, squeeze your legs together, and you're going to start to circle your knees. Just remember which direction you're going in. So I'm going clockwise, but whichever comes more naturally to you. And then going to drop this left foot down and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And then from here, you're going to pick up this left foot. And if that's not possible, you're just going to press your thighs away and get this big stretch and just feel it really deep inside there. Or you can pick up that leg and hold on to it and maybe just have a little rock side to side. And then from here, just rock all the way over and place your right foot on the floor and let your right hip drop towards the floor. Take hold of your opposite elbows over the crown of your head. Just take a few breaths here. Gentle pressure down through this right foot, and you can always put a brick underneath that foot and drop your right thigh bone down. And then come back up and keep your ankle crossed over and then straighten this leg and hold somewhere on the leg. Just draw it in for a few moments. And then bend this left knee a little bit, reach your hands up, going to rock back and bring yourself up to a seat. And if you need to give yourself a little bit of assistance to come up, then that's absolutely fine. And then from here, you're going to bring your fingers either side of your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale and fold. And if you're low enough, you can cross your arms and hold your foot and your knee and drop a little bit deeper into the forward fold. Maybe even slide your hands down toward your foot. So just finding what's okay for you. And then inhale, come up, bring your hands behind you, bend this left knee again and come onto your right elbow, and then from here walk your left foot across to the right a little bit, and then drop down and press down through your right foot with your left hand, just pressing that leg down towards the floor. See if you can get onto the sole of your left foot and just turn and look over your left shoulder. And then from here, come all the way back. This time cross at your knees and then drop your legs over to the left and gaze over your right shoulder. And then come back to center. You're going to walk yourself up and you're going to bend this left knee and bring your right foot to the floor. And then I'll just turn around a little bit so you can see. And if this is too much, you can always do it with your left leg straight. So don't be put off, just either of those positions. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands across to the left. And if you can get your forearms maybe to come down onto a brick, pressing this right knee back away from you. If you don't need the brick, you can bring your elbows all the way down to the floor. And then walking yourself up, and from here you're going to pull this right knee in towards your left shoulder, and you're going to wrap your arms around, hold opposite elbows, keep pulling it in, and then drop your left shoulder down towards the floor as you're hugging that leg in. So remember, you can have this left leg straight and relax here. And then you're going to bring your right knee on top of your left and come on to all fours. And then from your all fours position, you're going to take your right leg behind your left and sit back and stretch out. And then come back. And this time take your left leg behind your right and sit back. And it's up to you how far you sit back. Just be careful of your knees. And then inhale, come back. And from here, you're going to bring this right knee forwards. And then you're going to lean onto this right hip. And you'll be able to see this better from the other side, but I'm going to try and give you a better view. You're going to roll to the side, so you've got quite a soft back leg, and then bring this right shin as parallel with the front edge of your mat as you can. And then from here, you're going to bring either your right elbow into your right knee, or your right shoulder into your right knee. Just bring your hands to prayer and drop your head down. So if you need to bring something underneath your head, you can bring something underneath your head, or you can just let your head relax down. Take a couple of breaths here. And then from here, pressing yourself up and just pulling this right heel closer towards you, and then rolling onto have your hips facing directly down. And then from here, you're going to either bring your elbows onto a brick again, or you can bring your elbows all the way down to the floor. And to come out, you're going to lean into this right hip, and then you're just going to swing your legs around to the front and lie back down onto your back. And this time you're going to bring your left knee in towards your chest, and you're going to bring that left knee across to the right and anchor this left hip down. And then step your left foot across to the right, and again press that leg towards the floor. And then slide your legs up. So now you've got your left thigh crossed over your right. Take your arms out to support you, and whichever direction you've not been in. So I'm going to go counterclockwise, hugging the legs in towards one another. So a little bit of core work. And then from here, I'm going to drop this right foot all the way and then I'm going to place this right foot down and cross my left ankle over the right knee. And then from here, you can stay here or pick this right leg up and hold on to the leg. Maybe do a few little rocks from side to side. And then release the right foot down and drop this left foot over to the floor on the right. You can have something underneath it. And then interlace your opposite elbows over the crown of your head. And you're trying to get your left knee to point up. You're relaxing your right knee down towards the floor, and then you're dropping your left thigh bone down, just making it really heavy to feel the stretch. And then come back up, and this time you're going to straighten your right leg, pressing this left leg away, and then a little bend in your right knee. Reach your arms up and rock yourself up. And from here, your left ankle still crossed over your right, and you're going to bring your fingers either side of your hips. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And again, you can stay here, or you can hold your foot and your knee with your arms crossed, or even reach down for your foot with your wrists crossed. And then from here, you're going to inhale, come up, and you're going to bring this left hand behind you. Bring your right foot in, come onto your left forearm, walk this right foot across a little bit, drop all the way over. See if you can get your right foot onto the floor and push this left leg down into the floor. And then you're going to come up and you're going to drop this right leg down and come all the way over. So now you've got your left foot to the outside of your right leg. And then bring your hands around to the right. And like we did on the other side, If you need to bring your elbows onto a brick, your left hip's going to lift up off the floor, but you're going to draw that left leg back towards the left. So if you want a deeper stretch, just coming all the way down onto your forearms. And then pressing yourself up, and you're going to pull this left knee in towards your right shoulder, wrap your left arm around it and your right arm around your left, and pull in, and then drop your right elbow and your right shoulder down towards this left foot as you pull the knee in towards your chest. And then release, and you're going to bring your left foot on top of your right and make your way so that you're on all fours. And then from here, you're going to bring your right leg behind your left and sit back. And then release and bring your left leg behind your right. And come back. And then you're going to bring your left knee towards the back of your left wrist, and you're going to sit to the side so that your leg's soft here, and then bring your left shin parallel to the front edge of your mat, and then either bring your left elbow into your left knee or bring your left shoulder into your left knee. And relax, put something underneath your head if you would like to do that. And then coming up, you're going to pull this right heel in a little bit and then turn so that your hips face down towards the floor. And you can stay here, or you can come lower. Again, you can use a brick underneath your elbows, or you can bring your elbows to the floor. And then from here, come back. And gonna come back onto all fours, but this time you're gonna come up into downward facing dog. So coming up into your downward facing dog, pressing your hands forwards, your arms forwards, hug your arms in, and then just walk your legs out, just pedal your legs out a little bit. And then drop this right knee across to the left and look underneath this right shoulder. So feel it deep in the glutes. And then come back. Drop, release your right heel towards the floor. Take your left knee across to the right. Look underneath this left arm. And come back, and then walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Bend your knees, dangle there for a moment, lengthen your spine, and then bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, fold back in. And then round, come all the way up to stand. So you may need your brick at the front of your mat, but you're going to have your right leg as your standing leg. We're going to do a couple of standing balances. So from here, you're going to lift your left leg up, and you're going to cross your left leg over your right for eagle legs. And then from here, you're going to start to squat down, and you're going to bring your right elbow into your left knee and twist to the left. want to challenge your balance more and pick up that left foot, you can, but that's quite a big balance. And we're going to balance anyway in a moment, and you're going to come all the way back up. And then you're going to bring your left ankle over your right knee, just like we've been doing when we've been sat down. And then squatting down and bringing your left elbow into your left knee, turning your palms, pressing your palms together, bending your elbows and folding in here. And then see if you're quick and see if you can get your hands to come either to the floor or to the brick. And then from here, you're going to walk your hands around to the right and then push with your hands and press your hip over to the left. And it's a big, big stretch into that glute. And then walk your brick back and slide this left foot down to the outside of your right, and then from here walk the other way, big stretch into the right side. Uncross your feet and then fold back down, this time holding your elbows from behind, or just taking your hands to prayer with your fingers pointing down. And then inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, bend your knees. And then inhale, roll all the way up. Same thing on this side. Your left leg is now your standing leg. You're going to wrap your right leg around your left and bring your right toes to the floor, and then start to squat down and bring your left elbow into your right knee, thigh, and twist to the right. So you can stay or you can pick up your right foot and find a little bit more of a balance. And then from here, roll back up and bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh and start to squat down. And then this time, bring your right elbow into your right knee and turn your palms to face the opposite way, and then press with your hands to bend your wrists. And then release your fingertips down onto your brick. Squat down a little bit lower if you can, and then walk your brick over to the left. Push your hands to the left and your hips to the right. And then slowly come back. And slide this right leg down to the outside of your left foot, and then just slide your brick across and push your hips the other way. Drop your head down. And then release back to the front, step your feet back together, lift your heels, open your knees, bring yourself back to a seat. And then as a counterpose, bring in your soles of your feet together and holding opposite shoulders. Inhale, lift your elbows up, and exhale, tip forwards, bringing your hands onto your knees and folding in. And then from here, slowly rolling down, keeping the soles of your feet together, Just resting your hands on your inner thighs and allowing the weight of your hands just to release all of that area, taking the legs into the opposite position. And then finishing the practice the way that you started. So sliding your legs out and coming back into Shavasana. Let yourself drift off into Shavasana. Feeling the spaciousness, the sense of expansion in your body. The residue of sensation around your your Piriformis. And you can pause and take a little bit longer here. When you're ready, just taking your arms out to the sides, pressing yourself up to a C. So thank you for sharing your practice with me. And if you like the video and you want to see more, there's plenty more on my channel, my YouTube channel. Any comments, any suggestions are very welcome. And I shall see you on the next video.